Are you the legal guardian of John Connor? Oh, you're not? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Blur without fear. Welcome back to the channel. All right, so today's video is kind of more of a public service announcement than it is anything else. And it's because I discovered it's the 40th anniversary of Terminator. Dun 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 dun. Anyway, the 40th anniversary of Terminator. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's right, Terminator comics are back. And while technically this is not necessarily anything new, we're actually talking about some of the original Terminator comics that span back to the time and era of the first movie. Yes, the original film by James Cameron from 1984. And these comics span multiple imprints, and it's kind of one of those things that it's been very difficult to ever find any of these comics in one place. And right now, Dynamite Comics is doing this awesome deal where if you go to their backer kit, you can get pretty much whatever you want. They are re-releasing the Terminator comics from Dark Horse and Now Comics, as well as I think a couple of other imprints that I may have missed there. But they are re-releasing these comics in both digital as well as softcover and hardcover editions. You can, if you just want one of them, you can get one of them. If you want all of them, you can get the all of them. And all for what I feel is a pretty affordable price. Now, this is not some deal that's going to be going on perpetually. This is a limited time deal, and as of the recording of this video, there are only 16 days left. If by the time this video comes out there are less, I'll try to make sure to make a note of that somewhere in this video. It'll probably be here, there, somewhere. But yes, the 40th anniversary of the Terminator is here, and while we're diving back into the past, I can definitely say it feels like the future is now, and it is amazing to see. If you are not familiar with any of these Terminator comics from yesteryear, I can definitely say that they had a pretty solid lineup of amazing things going on in these comics. Some people probably may remember one of my personal favorites, the Terminator Burning Earth series, which is a part of this collection. Terminator Burning Earth is unique in the sense that while, yes, this is a story about Terminator, and while you would imagine, yeah, there's going to be a Terminator or two in it, the thing that I loved about Burning Earth is that unlike many Terminator comics before it, and really most Terminator media ever, this actually focuses just as much on the resistance side of things as it does the Skynet side of things, giving you a little bit more of a unique perspective into why Skynet is the way it is, why Skynet does what it does, and its inner workings and all that good stuff. Not to mention, it's one of the rare instances you'll get a comic that has interiors by Alex Ross. Another one will be Terminator, Enemy of My Enemy, which is another personal favorite of mine that I was very excited to see was included in this lineup. For those unfamiliar with the Enemy of My Enemy story arc, this one is interesting just in the sense that similar to how Kyle Reese had to go back into the past to protect Sarah Connor from being decimated by the Terminator sent back by Skynet in order to prevent the birth of John Connor. In this particular instance, we're going to a year later from those events where a woman by the name of Elise Fong, who is fated to create a weapon that could absolutely positively decimate Skynet and its Terminators, they send a weapon back into the past to try to destroy her. And her only hope is not necessarily a warrior from the future, but someone in the present who just so happens to be trying to kidnap her for nefarious purposes. It'll also include Terminator Secondary Objectives, which is a story that directly follows up the original 1984 film by showcasing another Terminator who also happened to be sent back into the past by Skynet after the events of the first movie and is now tracking down a, at the time, pregnant Sarah Connor. This one is of note because instead of sending back just one person to protect Sarah Connor, this time the Resistance is sending back 3, and not just human soldiers, but 2 human soldiers and a quotey fingers repatriated Terminator unit. If any of this sounds of any interest to you, there are going to be links down in the description as well as a pinned comment below to the backer kit. You can go check it out, and I promise you it will not cost you your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle to get it.